Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Gazza9919 and today we're going to be changing the brakes on the new Mark V Denis. This is Jake's new area, his unit area. Don't think he hasn't announced it, but go over to his channel, see what he's doing. There's many cars that you can look at that he's working on, and it's just an all-round good channel. So,
no, not really.
So yeah, head over there, give him some support and love for letting us use this unit for this job today.
One man, one drill. Oh my god, that is amazing. I want one. Jake has also let us borrow his impact shooter, because you're not allowed to say the G word on YouTube anymore. Right, so this is the first time of having the wheel off, and we can have a proper sort of look around here. So these brake discs are very thin, and these are pretty much similar to the Ford Fiesta Mark VI, in the aspect of you just got to get this spring off. These are bleeders to get back on as well. You just got to pry it off. Flathead screwdriver will do just fine, and then they will come out like that.
Alright.
Ignore Jake in the background. Right then, so at inspection, things aren't crazy bad, but I would at some point just like to change these track rod ends and the drop links, just so I know I've done them myself and I know when they've been done, because with the paperwork that was provided with this car, I have next to no idea when stuff's been done. So what we're going to do is you're just going to take these caps off the top here, and like I say, it's exactly the same as the Mark 6's. So we'll take the bottom one off here as well. Okay, so even though it isn't an Allen key, I'm still going to use the Torx, and I think this one is I think it's a T30, no, T45 this one, so that should be ideal for the job. So you just put those in those holes behind here, and then you loosen the main caliper off, like the caliper housing, and then the bracket afterwards. Right then, so I've just figured out all by myself that Jake's just pointed out to me he's got a breaker bar, so you can make life 10 times easier. Because I've saw the wear on these pads and they're quite worn down, we're actually having to use this breaker bar because it's going to be an absolute pain to get off.
Yeah, if you'd honestly make your life a hell of a lot easier if you just turn the wheel.
Right, so we had the breaker bar, so now is the time of truth if it's going to snap.
Easy.
And there it goes. Cool. Just one more turn just to be safe. And again with that top one. And there we go.
Now I have the trusty sloth toolbox. Ooh.
So this is the moment of truth where we're actually going to find out the state of these pads, which I know is not going to be very good. One step forward and 2 steps back.
Copyright.
And I believe before I carry on, remember, whenever you're doing this, guys, bungee cords. Very brilliant for this sort of thing.
That's a good ratchet, that is, Gareth. Where'd you get that from?
Funny enough, bought it the other day.
Oh,
it's
really?
mine. Nobody else owns it. These really haven't been off in a while.
I don't think they have.
So I'm just keeping an eye on this caliper here, just keeping a hold of it, just in case it does decide to drop off.
The camera.
I don't think we're at that stage yet.
Why not?
Here we go. So what I'm doing is I'm twisting and pulling, and that's just bringing these out. Because sometimes they do get a bit stuck in there. Oh my god. Now, they have seen better days, and if we look at this outside one, so yeah, obviously, you know, they're quite shafted. Here we go, this one's coming out now. I think this one's the worst one, as you can see. There's not a lot of beef on that.
You got your piston tool?
Yep. So yeah, we're gonna hook this up, take these old pads out, and then we are gonna use the piston tool to push this piston back. And we're also gonna have to sort of burp out a bit of brake fluid because there is going to be way too much in there. It's going to overflow in the reservoir. Right, so the next thing is these bolts here. Now these can be quite a bit of a burden. I've actually had to go to scrap yards before to try and get other ones of these because I've had them round off on me.
Breaker bar.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, I've just decided that the breaker bar would be the best idea, and I decided all this by myself.
You're gonna edit all that out as well. Yeah, I've decided the breaker bar would be a better option. Fucking dick.
Of course, Jake has been the voice of wisdom again. That I cannot edit out. So now we're just trying to diagnose what size this is. And we're getting rather close. I think it is a 13mm with these. Indeed it is. Perfect fit, 13mm.
Good job, I recommended that.
We're going to have a fun video on Gaz and 9919 for once.
Oh god, good night, again.
Hey guys, this is Flip Flop Searcher 77.
Flip flop what?
Searcher.
Flip flop Searcher 77 here. That's quite it's a joke name, that is.
This is Flipper Enthusiast 79.
Flip flop 77. Flip flop 9919.
Right then, so now we're getting these off. Thanks to this trusty breaker bar that I brought and I had the idea to use. I had one just like this and it went missing, so I'm just going to claim it as mine.
Remember that hard drive that I lost, and then suddenly you've got one exactly the same? Same serial number and everything. Imagine.
Well, that's funny when you plug it in as well. It says Jake's hard drive. That's all. Jesus Christ, man.
Fucking idiot.
What I've now had to do is exactly the same thing I had to do on Norman. I've had to hammer a 12mm over the 13mm bolt because it's rounded off. Because, yeah, I just put it down to because they haven't been changed very often, that they've now messed up. So, it's all fun and games, isn't it? There's the other caliper. There's the mount. And the disc, which is going to be an absolute pain to get off, so we're going to need Mr. Hammer again. It's actually rust welded itself, which is no surprise whatsoever. So after all of that, we actually got it off, and you can see, obviously, with how rust welded it was. So I think to sort of try and prevent this, we're just gonna give it a little wire brush down, and just try and get rid of some excess rust around here. Always good to clean up as you're working. So now with the new disc, as always, make sure you wipe them down with some brake clean and some paper towels. And there we have it, the new disc on, looking very nice and shiny. So we're just going to do exactly the opposite of what we did and get everything back on the car. Right then, so here are the new pads. And you'll know which side is which because one of them will have these little locating springs that go into the actual piston hole. But before we do that, we're going to have to push this piston back to reset it. And for this, you'll need a tool that looks a bit like this. It basically goes into the piston, you wind it up, and then it slowly pushes the piston back. And this little plate goes over here like that, so it locks it into the caliper. So I've now put that back as far as it can go, and if we check the reservoir from what I've drained, we can see it's come up slightly, but it's not quite overflowing. We might need to drain a bit more out, but because we've still got the other side to do yet, but we'll see how it goes.
Hi guys.
So that's both the disc and pads put on, and as we can see by that level, like, it's nice and all good.
Yeah.
So that's only took us about 5 minutes to do in total. No, it's been an absolute pain with these. I forgot what they're called. These springs here.
Guys, you should probably mention that it's actually taken you around about 4 hours.
It has actually taken me around 4 hours, to be fair. It's taken the mick because of these retaining springs here. The best way I've chose to do them is by pliers. I don't know if you guys know any better ways or what, but yeah, the pliers seem to work best for me. So now we've just got to sort of pump the brakes a few times, let the pistons reset themselves. So we're going to get the wheel back on and unjack the car, and then away we go. And I can't get this mud flap up, which is really irritating. So it's going to have to stay on. Let's start good old Denis up after we've changed the brakes. There we go, and then now it's important to remember that with the brake pedal is going to be very squidgy. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pump it. So that's all the way down, back up, and then you'll feel it get ever so tighter until it's nice and solid and firm. And then you want to put it in first gear and run this man over.
Do it.
Yeah, sure, man. So that was changing the brakes on the Mark V. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe even hit that bell icon for notifications on future uploads. But until the next time, guys, peace.